In this meditation, we are going to give ourselves the opportunity to contemplate the backdrop presence of your experience that is made up of pure consciousness. And we are going to also recognize that this amazing aspect of your identity is indeed of the infinite. It is connected directly to the infinite, and it is the infinite itself. So let's get started. Close your eyes and make sure you are sitting with a nice straight back so that we can stay consciously alert throughout this meditation. We will begin this meditation in the same manner that we began our previous meditation, and is pretty much the standard way in which we fall in line with the present moment within our meditations. So that breathing pattern of breathing in through the nose and holding an expansive state for a couple of seconds, and then slowly, with control, letting go on the out-breath, and hold that grounded state of emptiness. Work through a number of those cycles until you start to notice attentive alignment with deeper aspects of your being. Putting all of our attention on this breathing pattern allows us to fall into a state of outward focus, of focusing on the constantly new, unique expression of the present. When you have found a grounded, peaceful state of focus, where your breathing has found its own way, simply put all your attention on the words that I'm speaking. At your center is the nature of your identity. The nature of your identity is precisely the same point in all other individuals. This point of pure attention, this point of purely conscious observation, is often overlooked in our modern ways of life. But this impersonal, perfect point of your identity is the background to your whole experience of life. It is the background state that is in a constant state of love with all that it creates. This pure consciousness that you essentially are is in complete love with the whole unfolding moment. This means that it is the background knower of your inner experience of life, all your emotions, all your thoughts, all the movements and activities of your conscious mind, but is simultaneously the observer, creator, and unfolder of the world around you. It is the creator of experience itself. It is the creator of perception itself. And it is fundamentally driven by the love it has for its own creation. If you simply allow your conscious mind to sit back in awe of the creation of the present moment, you'll realize that there is zero conscious effort required for you to create the experience you're currently experiencing. That is all the responsibility of your consciousness. Your consciousness is entirely responsible for this experience of life. And it is completely, wholeheartedly inseparable to all differentiated possibilities that it is always unfolding as the present moment. This background of experience, this point of pure observation, this infinite self that you fundamentally are, is infinitely powerful in its capacity and potential. It is always bringing the next moment into existence as a perfect reflection of itself. You see, pure consciousness only knows everything that it experiences as itself. It does not perceive otherness. It wholeheartedly loves creating new versions of itself, which is what the current, fresh, present moment essentially is. It's an expression of perfection that is a reflection of its creator, pure, self-loving, infinite consciousness, the self of which all selves depend on. And when we sit back and let our personal conscious minds collapse back into this background state of presence and purity, it is only then that we can start to bridge the disconnect between the conscious personal mind and the infinite beingness that you have always been nested within, that you have always been receiving wholesome, complete love from. And this has always been occurring. However, our modern human-based minds are extremely well conditioned at ignoring the source of your whole experience. And upon evolving towards this collective ignorance, which we all individually express, we widen the gap between that which we are, the infinite source of primordial love from which all of our experience derives from, and that which we think ourselves to be. So these moments of contemplation allow us to simply be in awe of our own beingness, to simply rest in a state of pure consciousness, in a state of humble love for the infinite worth that we are constructed of. And upon this contemplation, we can begin to bridge our personal identity with our impersonal identity. And upon bridging this gap, upon healing this inner disconnect, we will be rewarded with communication from our center that encourages us, that gives us the will to continuously unfold further layers of self-knowing within us. We are greeted with an amazing emotional sense of wholesomeness and completeness, because the infinite self has always been complete. It is a characteristic of your nature to always unfold from wholeness. So allow that inner communication, that inner emotional communication to be your guide, to be your ultimate teacher. When you allow yourself to pay attention to awareness itself, and allow your conscious mind to rest and cease being so noisy and busy. It is only then that we can fall back into the wisdom of our infinite worth. Know that you are infinitely more than you think. Allow the wisdom of your emotions to lovingly guide your conscious mind towards deeper and more expansive levels of peace, of inwardly constructed love with your perfect nature. Give yourself permission to attend to this relationship that you've always had with the infinite within you. And it is when you put the effort, the attention, the care, the love into such a relationship with your infinite worth at your center, it is then that we start to evolve our identity towards truth. And we eventually start to understand we've never been separate from this truth. And the reaching and the grasping stops. All there is to do is rest and bask in that light that beams from your center. That is the creator of your whole experience of life. And it is then that you'll be guided on a path that allows you to notice and perceive opportunities for you to live aligned with the infinite worth that you truly are. Slowly open your eyes. And appreciate the fact that this whole creation this continuously new unfoldment of the present moment is generated by the love pure consciousness has for its own creation. Everything around you is far more perfect than you can comprehend. It is a perfect reflection of your nature. And it is your consciousness that collapses any sense of division in your experience. Everything you experience everything of the world and of the sense of you being you is wholeheartedly hinged on pure consciousness's deep need to continuously create itself anew as the perfect unfolding present moment. That is your nature, and that is what you need to consciously fall in line with. Because if you allow yourself to do this, you are simply acting in line with the infinite worth that you are an expression of.